Hello and welcome. This is Divine Mystical Guidance and Inspiration. This is our second channel. We have another channel, which I've opted to just reserve that channel for the Zenergy Shop and some of the other guidance work and videos that might not be related to twin flame topics. So this channel is going to be focused solely on twin flames, but we do cover some energy reports. I do these reports called Gaia reports, and that's where I look at all the elements, all 4 elements of the 12 zodiac signs, and I call that a Gaia report. Those are New Earth reports, so everything in that content and everything in all my content is New Earth focused, meaning anything that is associated with old 3D paradigms and realities is being left behind or transmuted into love as we activate our light bodies and we ascend with our planetary conscious, who is also ascending, Gaia, as we get in alignment with Gaia and ascend to New Earth. I am a Gaia channel. I channel Gaia, planetary conscious herself. Gaia came to me when I was a child, but I didn't call it Gaia, and I didn't call it channelings, and I didn't get much out of it except for some strange things, a dream, some symbols, which later on my shaman journey helped my healers, and it helped me because they gave me my native name, which became more important to me as I ventured off on the journey and discovered that I was actually able to channel planetary conscious, and I was channeling the Holy Spirit through nature. And then I wasn't a master at any of this at all until I came into my twin flame journey. I was starting to master from about 2013, 2014, 15, 16, and 17. Was all through going through a lot of development, growing my family, things like that. But from that point on, I've developed more into a twin flame guide and healer, and I do the Gaia channelings. So, I need to put a disclaimer out there in public. Once I had said in a channeled message, which was on my page, it was one of the more serious channeled messages because I felt like I had a lot of heavy information to share. A lot of heavy information was coming through that was going to affect a lot of people, and I tried to express that I had been channeling Gaia since I was little, and it was just not, it didn't go over well. I wasn't explaining things well. So that's my disclaimer. I've been channeling Gaia, but I didn't know I was channeling. I didn't know what I was channeling or doing until I was older. So when I relayed that message, it was important, and it was a message from when I was younger and a dream I had when I was younger, because those events were now playing out, and that's how it appeared to me. So I needed to share that information with people on my page, and I did. And it was said that I said I knew God since I was little and channeled since I was little. And it was a channeled message that came when I was little, but I had not been a medium all my life. I had not been channeling all my life. I had not been hearing from God all my life. But I did have a relationship with God from a very young age. That was true. And that was also being expressed. So whether I expressed it and mishandled that, or whether it was misunderstood, I still felt that it was important to throw that disclaimer out there that I met with my abilities and my relationship with God when I was younger, And that developed into my adult years. And now in my adult years, this is what I do. In this message, and in this channeled report, I will give you a little bit more on that fiery masculine energy. It was the only energy showing out. Okay, the feminine had a little bit more going on, and I didn't see any third-party energies present in the reading. There was some third-party energy that tried to show out when I was first beginning the reading, but no one showed up in the reading. It was just the feminine, and she seemed to have a lot to say in the way of truth, clarity, correctness. And then there was the masculine, and it was a little unclear what was going on with the masculine energy. It didn't seem like there was anything major going on. But they were both in the energy of this truth being spoken, answers being received, information, clarity, and the masculine was having luck on his side. So that was interesting. So that kind of prompted me, and I just wanted to look at the fiery masculine to see what was going on with fiery masculine energy. So we have the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Clubs coming out. And now I grabbed the feminine deck, and that's what I started getting for the feminine. So let's start with that. So we're looking at fiery masculine energy. So we're going to look at his feminine energy first. Looks like he might have a blockage in that feminine energy, maybe. Then we have the stable and mature masculine. We have the Ace still hanging out here. So this is a truth that's related to this masculine. Yeah, it's related to this union. It's the Queen and King. Now, I'm using standard playing cards. So when I see this King and Queen together, this could be a balanced Emperor energy, because we are focused on masculine. But we're looking at royal energies for masculine and feminine. So the Emperor could be someone holding some sort of higher position spiritually. We have the 6 of Swords, 7 of Hearts, King of Wands. Somebody's taking action to move towards what they're wishing for. Someone might be feeling blocked in their energy right here. Some sort of abundance, some sort of passionate energy is sort of held up right here. So maybe someone's waiting to hear from a masculine, waiting to hear word, waiting to hear a response. And the response comes, it is a positive response from masculine. There's masculine energy again. There's the Sag energy again, fiery masculine. And fiery masculine here. So this is definitely the Emperor energy I'm seeing here. So masculine is in his Emperor energy. That's a good thing. As long as he's handling all of his responsibilities and aware of all his responsibilities in his Emperor position, things do look promising and positive and good. Masculine, if you are concerned about the response coming from the feminine, it's a positive response. It's good. If you were worried about what's blocking things, there's a new beginning, a promising new beginning right at hand, right here with this feminine and this masculine. Looks great. It really does. On the bottom is the 8 of Pentacles, and on the top is the 5 of Hearts. So We had all 8s, we had all 5s in that masculine reading. That is a very abundant change. That is a change that's bringing in a lot of abundance. The more you have been transmuting and grounding your energy, the more abundance you're going to experience. This could be an abundance of opportunities, information, people focusing on you, wanting to work with you. Be careful of conflicts and gossip. Just be aware. Just be watchful of it. You are the Emperor. So these things are not things that really affect you, but they do affect your collective. And that's where your concerns are with your collective as the Emperor. And so if there are concerns about where money's moving, where a person's moving, where things are moving, where things are going, that's what I'm hearing. Where is this going? Where is this leading? This is leading to a promising new beginning for a masculine and a feminine, and to a truthful place, to more clarity of purpose. I'm hearing strength of purpose and clarity of purpose. More clarity about the union. This is where you're headed at this time. This is where your union is headed. There's going to be some change in the emotional environment coming up soon. This is going to come about once there is a truth spoken and it smooths things over. That's the idea. That's the goal. That's the hope. Okay, there's hope here. There's a hope for a change based on the way things are spoken or communicated, based on words that can smooth things over. This could be in relation to this king, this masculine, okay, and this feminine. 5, 6, and 7. Things are going to unfold, or they're currently unfolding now. As they're unfolding, more truth is being revealed. Answers are showing. Truths are showing themselves. If you are liking the readings and you're resonating with these messages, please hit the like button and go ahead and subscribe. When I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away this oracle, and we're going to do a marathon giveaway and just be giving away lots of readings, messages, and all of those things. Once we are at 1,000, it's going to take us a while because we just started. And I literally only have 1 subscriber. So, hopefully, though, Spirit's with us on this. And hopefully, it doesn't take us long and we can get there, because that's going to be exciting to me. To be able to do lives and touch base with the people that, not coming back later to see if people resonated with my messages. But just to be able to touch base with the people that tune in is very exciting to me. And also not worth being on YouTube if I'm not able to meet the people and connect with you guys, the ones that would follow me. So, makes it all worthwhile to me. So thank you guys all for all of your support. Whatever you're doing to support this channel, if it's praying, sending love, viewing, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, donating, contributing in any way. It's very felt, very seen, very appreciated, and very much going to be used in very good ways. We're going to do a lot of transmuting negative energy and getting people aligned and on their path to ascension. We are definitely going to be doing that, because that is always my focus. So we're still looking at masculine energy. Now we're going to go over and look at the actual masculine side of the reading, because I wanted to see what was going on with the masculine. In the last reading, the reading I kicked this off with, after a 2-day break, I looked at both masculine and feminine, and it made me want to come look at the masculine, because I didn't get much of a picture. I just know luck is on his side, And this Ace of Swords energy's been in every spread. So truth is being spoken, or somebody is seeking truth, willing to speak truth. There's a positive response in terms of truth. If you've been waiting to hear something, you're about to hear it, and it's positive news. I can tell you that much. If this is about love, someone's going to say yes to you, say yes to being with you, saying yes to trying again. I got Six of Swords flipping out of the deck. Okay, what is going on, masculine? What is going on with the masculine? I feel like masculine has more focus on him than what he's used to. I feel like this masculine that I'm picking up on is more of a laid back, down to earth, possibly very shy, very reserved, very inwardly focused kind of person, maybe an introvert. But at the same time, this person is also popular and well loved. And at this time, it's almost as if the distractions and the temptation is showing up in his social atmosphere. A couple of weeks ago, there was some problems at work. There was gossip, okay? And that could have been affecting both. Now, it's like there's still some distraction. It has to do with your social life, masculine. It has to do with the people you're around every day or social life. People are like heavily focused on you, but you have to remember, when your union is coming together and when your feminine is starting to focus on you and she's impressed with you, focused on you for any reason, sending love your way, other females, other people in general, the vibration might show in the way people treat you. You may notice the changes in your environment through other people. And that's when you know something's up in your union, right? And if you're not noticing, maybe it's time to notice, because it's your feminine. It's your feminine communicating with you, masculine. She's going to be speaking to you through your environment, through the people around you. She's got things to show you, and she also wants to respond to some things, some energies that you've been sending her way. So you've been focused her way, and you've both been like focused on this truth. You're both looking directly at this. It's been in every reading. It's this word, the word of truth. Now, this could be the actual word of God, because we have finding God. The masculine could be in the word. He could be actually in that place where he's understanding the word or hearing from God. Or other people might be speaking to him about God or love or the things that are important to him and the things that make him think of his feminine and his union and having a commitment and having the life that he wants. It's what I'm getting there. Yeah, looky here. King and Queen of, this is what he's thinking about. And it's his environment that's making him think that. Maybe he sees other couples, and maybe he's around other married people. And this is beneficial to him right now at this time. See, he's looking at this married couple. See this masculine up here? And he's looking down at this married couple. And he's sitting on top of this promising new truth, okay? He's like, okay. He's seeing some possibilities, seeing promise in things, and promise in his union, and he's seeing how good it can be, how healthy and whole, and the wholeness it can bring into his life if he has this truthful new beginning with his feminine. So we have the Nine of Swords. So something has recently come complete. This is something in the way of communication, words, truth, or mental pursuits. Something has come full circle in his mind. He's come to some sort of realization. Oh, this is actually supposed to be here. So right now, he could be coming to this realization. He's coming to this place of truth. And he's feeling satisfied, or he soon will be feeling satisfied with the truth that he finds. And he'll be satisfied with what he hears. But right now, he might be concerned if he's going to be satisfied or happy with what he hears. This is past love. It's in the past position. Or it could indicate children, soulmates, any type of soulmate, a soulmate bond between parent and children, or spouses. Even could be an old boss, an old friend. These are just, it's about old bonds and connections, old soulmates, soulmate love. This could indicate any type of past love. Four of Swords, so in your mind, you're trying to keep the faith. You're thinking about faith. Again, the word. I'm seeing the word. I think the masculine is seeking God and seeking God's approval and seeking confirmation about love. This could be because of things that have happened in the past. This could be a feminine that he was with in the past or focused on in the past or has some sort of past history with. Yeah. Things, another 9. So a cycle completing, coming to fulfillment, reaching a level of satisfaction in terms of what's been said, what's been expressed and shared emotionally. Seeking that satisfaction in that or finding it is what I'm getting. We have the Queen. This is a very attractive queen. Or this masculine is in this energy of attraction that the feminine energy's been sending his way. Four of Hearts, make sure you do not miss out on anything that's being offered at this time. There could be an abundance of offers at this time, more than one offer, or one very special offer that you don't want to take advantage of, miss out on, or not utilize to its fullest. This could be anything from actual offer to information to a person to a job opportunity to an opportunity to take a different direction or have some sort of experience. With this Queen of Swords, it could be an experience that you want to have with a female. It could be an adventure you want to have with a female. It could be your feminine. Also, we have energy building. I see energy building for the masculine. Energy is starting to build because his thinking has changed. He's more thinking along the lines of truth and satisfaction through truth and clarity. Not really wanting to move forward without the truth or without a true partner. 8 of Swords. So, feeling a little stuck or trapped. Feeling a little imprisoned. Could be in the mind because of your belief systems. This indicates to me spirituality, faith, belief systems, prayer. And it also indicates to me thinking, mental energy. So, you have a lot of mental energy happening at this point. Because it could be because of this. Let's see. Some sort of change in your thinking. So you felt limited, and now that you're seeing that change. You might be seeing your prayers answered. This could be prayers answered happening. This could be the masculine's prayers. Maybe he prayed for commitment with his feminine, and the answer is yes. Maybe he's praying the answer will be yes. He's really hoping. He's really been taking his time. See, I see this energy here is like kind of taking your time, emotionally invested in something. Masculine, you might be thinking about a past life feminine, or your past life with your feminine, or a feminine of the past, or or your feminine's past and how that's impacted and the truth of that. See, past and truth, the truth of the past, in terms of a couple, in terms of a pair, a set of people here. In terms of how satisfied you were in the past, maybe wanting to reach that level of satisfaction again, and maybe not having been able to find that satisfaction in any other ways, and resorting back to what you know to be true and your faith and what it is that you believe is true and good, and what has freed you from limitation in the past, or what you believe can free you from limitation and bring you the change that you need. You believe that if you express yourself in this union, you might bring things to a more satisfied place and smooth them over. And you may well just do that. But just be sure that what you're saying is the truth, and that you're coming from this truthful place, and you're being of faith and positivity, of course. You know, you're being positive, you're being faithful, you're being hopeful, you're of the right correctness. Be open to change. Be open to, actually, you might even change your own mind. This could be the masculine changing his mind and not feeling satisfied because of things that have happened in the past, that he's just still not satisfied with the answers and he wants to know more. This could be something that happened in the union. It could be something that took place. It could be anything from something that caused a blockage to something that caused disappointment. He could just be wanting to bring that clarity and cut away the things that have gotten in the way in the past, that caused blockage in the past in this love affair. These 2 sixes tell me it's a past and it's love that we're focused on. So we do have the energy of 6-9, and we have the King and Queen. So this is a Cancer energy here. This is water sign energy. So if you're focused on a water sign, that's good. Maybe your feminine's a water sign and there's some other water sign and fire sign energy. There might be a Leo, there might be another Cancer, and that might be what the masculine's not satisfied about, is that there were these other energies, a past marriage maybe. Maybe this masculine almost married another feminine, and maybe that person was a Leo. Leo, nevertheless, has been coming out in all of these fire sign readings. Leo is a fire sign. We have all the fire sign energies on the board. We have Sag, we have Aries, we have Leo, and we even have the water signs. And we even have Virgo. So I might be picking up a group, and that's not unusual for me to do. I am part of a group myself, and in my group, 4 of us are at the top of our monad. Actually, more like 6 of us or so are at the top of our monad, meaning we have a lot of people in our collective. We have our own platforms. We've been on mission. We feel the energies ahead of time. We often receive the downloads ahead of time and then divvy that back out to our collective. So we're in a position to receive. So I see a lot of receiving energy in this reading. So I feel like I'm speaking to the monad leaders, the people who receive. Of course, I'm speaking to both pairs, both the masculine and feminine. But one or the other is more got masculine and more got feminine. And whoever has the most of the feminine energy is usually the one that does most of the receiving. So you're usually aware of what source has and what source is saying or doing or speaking, or how life is being spoken into your union and into your lives. You usually have some sort of awareness as to what's being manifested, who's got most of the manifestation power. You may not be aware of this. It all depends. but I feel like I'm picking up a group. And I feel like this group is often used to working with each other. They're affiliated with each other. Their unions have a lot in common. Their missions have a lot in common. They may have also been on mission with these other members of this group. Usually the way groups work is you have your skeleton monad. Those are the people that run the energies within that spheric circle, in that environment, or in that collective manifestation energy that's happening. They're the ones that are the top manifestors. They take the lead and tend to take the charge most in the ascension and in the manifestation. So they often do receive ahead of time, and they're often the one who takes the lead in transmuting energies, while the other one takes the lead in manifesting. One takes the lead in transmuting. So you have your dynamics in twin flame unions, and then you have your dynamics in groups. You have groups that come together when there's certain things that are going on in the union, or there's a certain mission that they're working on. I have a lot of people that assist me in my masculine and our union because we have such large collectives and we had such large missions, and also because our union was compromised and went through a lot of spiritual attacks in the past 4 years or so. So we've drummed up and connected with as much of our support team, our guides and healers, and the rest of our group as we could, so that we could complete our missions and get ready for the next phase of things. So that's where we're at, and this might be a group that's like that. So I feel like I'm also picking up on my own group, people who are associated with me in my masculine and our group. I don't think any of us have any entanglements, any serious entanglements where we were actually involved with each other's twin flame or anything like that. But there are some groups like that I'll pick up on where, let's say, this is the king and queen that's supposed to be a couple, and this is the king and queen that's supposed to be a couple, but they didn't know each other, or the other wasn't awakened, and the only two that were awakened in the beginning was this earth sign queen and this water sign masculine, and then later on their other person awakened, or they met their twin flame, or something changed, and now they're getting with their correct partner. The musical chair thing happened in their group or in their union, and now they're getting it straight. So that happened in some unions. And in some groups and unions, it's like somebody was in a bad marriage, where the other group members were all kind of single, and maybe one going back and forth, but the one stayed in a bad marriage for so long that it took the group even longer to bring their unions together, because that can be very toxic energy. Also, what I'm seeing here on the masculine side of the reading is the water sign couple hanging out with a fire sign feminine. And over here on the feminine side of the masculine reading, we have an earth sign couple hanging out with the fire sign masculine. So we also have a fire sign couple. So I feel like there is another union that has maybe some fire sign energy in it that's come along to help these other two unions bring their union to this place. This is a goal in the masculine's heart. This might be a collective goal to get these water sign unions that might happen to be a lot of water signs. Or it might just happen to be that it's during this moon cycle. Okay? But whatever the case, there's a lot of group energy happening, and a lot of other twin flame, a lot of other divine feminines coming to help the feminine, other masculines coming to help the masculine, because at this particular time, we're bringing unions together that have been trying to come together for a long time. So most of these unions know what they need to know, but some don't. There's a lot to know. Sometimes you forget. So these other unions and these other people will come in to support, to remind, to read for you, to remind you, or to bring supportive energy and protective energy. So you might be being a little protected at this time by these fire sign. That might be what this king. This is also action. Things are happening now. And this is the masculine side, and he's got the feminine energy moving now. So it's like a balance, a good mirror is happening, but it's not the mirroring of two individuals. It's the mirroring of a group of individuals that I'm picking up on here. And I don't know why that's coming out most in the masculine, but maybe he's the one that's being assisted, or the one that's bringing this other group energy or this other support to the table. Okay? And he might be socializing with other couples. This could be very earthly, home, family-oriented people. People that, these two people can run a family and a marriage and having a very deep emotional bond. They're very emotional people. So the masculine might be getting a download. He might be getting an emotional download, a heart center awakening to help him get more in the energy of truth, to help him discover and know his truth. This isn't really discovering truth. This is knowing it or receiving it at this time. But this one is more of sensing the truth, having a sense of truth, the feelings of truth and promise, whereas being in the energy of it. So first you hear something, then you're in the energy of it, and there's a lot of passion around that, see? And there's a lot of action around that, things moving. This is telling me things are moving and changing, and this is telling me that it's a passionate change. And that it's about love, and that it's something major and important. Something promising, something hopeful. Now, this could be saying from summer to spring. This is summertime energy over here on the masculine side, and this is sort of more of the spring energy on the feminine side. So the feminine could be the one that's doing more, manifesting more and more in action, and the masculine might be a little stuck in his emotions. He might be also just, he's at home. He's focused at home. Last week it was more looking like he was out working. He might be just feeling like being at home in his own energy a lot. He might be feeling more like this king. This guy can be kind of sappy, kind of lovey-dovey, okay? And then we have this Leo energy. Leo energy can also be very sappy, very lovey-dovey, very happy-going, very free-spirited. This both can be very free-spirited energy. Lots of earthly and free-spirited energy all throughout both sides of this reading, masculine. So I feel like you're feeling more social. You might be feeling more like yourself at this time than you have in a while. You might be feeling like you want to attribute that to the people you're around, or the love that you're seeing or feeling or noticing, or your union or your feminine, or your recent achievements, or all of the above, and that would all be the truth. Okay, and luck is on your side. You still have the 7 here too, just showing us that luck is on your side, especially in terms of anything that you're truthful and passionate about. The more truthful and honest you can be at this time, the more benefit there'll be in that. That's a super awesome way to get grounded at this time, is by speaking your truth, expressing your truth, living in your truth, knowing the truth, honoring the truth, and not letting anyone suppress your truth, saying this truth at the right time, in the right place, and to the right people, making amends if there's any areas of love or relationships coming from the past where things have been rough and crazy and you want smoother waters. Speak your truth. Iron things out. Smooth things over with what you're able to say. Use your wits. Okay? Use the charm and wits that you have about you. Bring love into the situation. Okay? I'm giving you advice from cards I haven't even pulled. Through expression of passion and truth. So we're going to pull Quantum Oracle for, since we're just doing a masculine reading, I don't need to cover both sides. I'm just going to pull some Quantum Oracle for the masculine and pull some Quantum, or some Moonology for the masculine. So starting with Quantum Oracle. So playing it safe. That's the masculine, is in the energy of playing it safe, staying at home, laying low, being chill. Maybe he's being invited to go do social things, or he could, but he just doesn't feel like it. He feels more down to earth, and maybe even if he is social, he still kind of hangs back and plays it safe. Maybe he hangs out with the older people and the couples and the more grounded, settled people, or the older masculine energies. He's more apt to hang out with those more mature people. Same for the feminine. He could be observing his feminine playing it safe too. And he might be wanting to tell his feminine to play it safe. To stay grounded in these energies. I feel like he wants to give that advice to his feminine. Yeah. So we have the energy of courage and we have the energy of creative endeavors. So there's a lot of things going on during summer with music, with creativity, with expression. So you might not want to hang out at home. Don't be too reclusive, you know. Don't be a recluse. Don't do that. If you get out, you might you run into people from your past. Old friends, old neighbors, old connections, people you used to know. That might be very good for you. Maybe expressing, maybe letting people see how well you're doing at this time. Letting people get to know the more creative, more down-to-earth you, fiery masculine. The more emotional side of you, be willing to express that, dive into that a little bit, feel those emotions. If music is inspiring you, or being near water, or anything like that, embrace it. Incorporate that into your life in any way. That's going to bring you all the luck and energy and abundance you want. That's what's going to help you anchor this big, lucky, abundant energy in. Being out around people. It might be a good time to try your luck with playing a new instrument or trying a new hobby. And maybe while you're out, you'll just get lucky. You'll find that song or that album or that instrument or that missing piece that helps you express or inspires you to do something expressive and creative and art-filled. This is the energy you want to get into. Or anchor it in for yourself. Nature, outdoors, water, expression, art, music, sunshine, positivity, decor. You might be decorating your place. It'd be a good time to clear away your front entryway, your doorway, your porch area. Clear that. Express yourself by showing people your best self, even in your home space. Bringing this energy into your home space, masculine, this earthly, this watery, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. If you're familiar with those energies, those are very intuitive psychic signs, but they're also very family oriented, very grounded, very home based. They're introverted most usually, but they're also very fun loving, emotional type of energies. So have the courage to express your emotions. Have the courage to take an adventure down through the unknown, or dive deeper into your own emotional, mental faculties and pull out something amazing. Let it inspire you. Don't be afraid of who you are or afraid to express who you are. Don't play it safe. If you are going to play it safe at this time, please do it not because you don't want to be around people or you don't want to be brave, but do it because you want to tap into this creativity and you need some time to yourself to do so. So that might be indicating you need some time to yourself, masculine, so that you can kind of tap into this energy a little bit more. Maybe tap into your intuition and your feminine energies. This king, he's easily balanced with his feminine energies. Very easily. He also can wear his heart on his sleeve, express himself. He values expressing himself. He's the king that likes to adorn the people he loves. He likes to be humored. He likes to, he says, indulge me while I fuss over the ones I love. This one likes to worry over the ones she loves. This one likes to fuss over. He can be very extravagant when he fusses over the people he loves. He can go out of his way just to express how he feels. He can be very emotionally expressive, very poetic. Writing poems, songs, love letters, signing them, leaving little things that he does or says to the people that he loves that maybe are sweet and endearing and charming. A little catchphrase. He's good for those little catchphrases that are very loving, that the rest of the family or group would repeat also. He's just good for that. So this is also about speaking blessings in that way at this time. Very down to earth, very homely. Speak blessings into your home and into your space. Bring nature into your space, clearing those vibrations. When you're bringing nature into your space at this time, you could maybe add a fountain or just bring in a plant. It doesn't have to be anything outrageous, but something simple like putting a plant, taking care of a plant. Looking for something to nurture, masculine. Nurture your plants, nurture your environment, nurture your abilities, your psychic, intuitive abilities, your artistic, expressive abilities, honoring and nurturing your own self, self-love, self-nurturing care. These are all really good and take courage to do, especially for fiery masculine energy. It takes some courage for fiery masculine energies to slow down and get grounded and be more of this emotional king. I mean, you're asking fiery signs, right, with all this armor and fieriness, to go be this sappy kumbaya king. Come sing kumbaya with us at the campfire, king. And he's the guy that's either wanting to pillage or at the very least, he's the guy that wants to build the campfire and maintain it, you know? And he's trying to get in this energy of, no, let's leave the fire alone, quit tending to the fire, the fire's fine, let's sing kumbaya, let's relax, let's remember a time. This is the energy of remembering. Okay, both of these are that remembering when you were in love, remembering when your parents were in love, remembering commitment, remembering your commitments. Definitely the energy of commitment and responsibility with this king and queen. So remembering your responsibilities and commitments, don't forget any of those. But take some time to be free-spirited and focus on love and emotion. And lay down your armor, you know, let your guard down a little bit. Stop playing it so safe. Let the past go. If the past is holding you back, if the past is what's causing this limitation anything in relation to love, okay, then let that cycle complete. Find whatever you need to close it out, finding closure. That's another thing this king and queen are good for, is giving closure or finding closure. When these two people break up or end something, they like to actually end it, and they're not to be loose ends. That doesn't help with the emotional stuff. So they tend to like to have their closure. Masculine, if you need to have your closure after your last relationship, and you're seeking time to yourself, and you might need the courage to speak up for yourself, the courage to tap into your own feminine energy and bless your own space and time for yourself, to do the things that you need to do for yourself so that you can be this expression of yourself, this expression of your best self. Because for this king, for this masculine to become this masculine, he might have to hang out with these guys for a while. You might have to get to know this king before he can sit in the shoes of this king, because he'll need to be around another king, someone who's open and generous and kind and compassionate, and also very passionate like himself, that can help him do that and show him the ropes, show him the way. He might be looking to other masculines, other couples, other feminines, other people in the collective or in the group to help him ground this energy at this time. So this could be to get them closer to their goals and their union, or just to be more expressive and communicative in the union. And don't forget your responsibilities. Don't you forget your collective, the other people that help in your union, the other people on the mission with you, or your other responsibilities, your other family members. Don't forget any of that stuff. Keep your wits about you and handle all your masculine responsibilities. And if it takes a little extra courage at this time to do these things, then stay where you need to stay. Stay home for a day or two. Just stay to yourself for a while till you're grounded, till you feel ready. If that applies to you. So, if you are playing it safe at this time, it might be because you're afraid of change. So we have the energy of change, we have energy building, we have feeling limited here. Masculine is afraid of this change. This could be big change for him. This could be living separate to living together. Being single, non-committed, free-spirited, to being committed and having responsibility. Could be transitioning from one way of life to another. Things are moving, things are changing. And this masculine wants a smooth change. In terms of love and commitment, he wants a smooth change. And he's praying. And he's hoping the words he's spoken and the things he's chosen, he's hoping the truth will shine and stand out at the end of the day. But he's feeling a little shaky about that, a little bit worried. He might not want to rock the boat in his union at this time. Things might be in a good place. He doesn't want to see that change. He doesn't want the feminine to venture out and find somebody while he's off on his masculine adventure. So he might be asking the feminine just to stay put, or hoping she will, or looking for some sign that she'll be there waiting when he comes back, when he comes through, when he gets through this, when he comes out the other side. And he also could be looking to his feminine for courage, looking to his union or his connection to Source, God, through his union or through any other type of connection. It's going to give him the Source energy and courage that he needs to anchor in his union in the physical or venture off on whatever he needs to do or say or do or express. But I'm getting like a picture of a feminine sort of waiting on her masculine. I also did get that this was the masculine himself waiting, just sort of hanging back, chilling and waiting for certain expressions of truth. Maybe recently he's noticed around his environment signs of his lover, his feminine, signs of his union, and now he is more apt to stay and relax and be in that. See, this is sacral chakra energy that I'm picking up on in this union, and this is really good. So sacral chakra work and clearing and foods and activities and things that are good for the sacral, which is also what I see here, will be very good right now at this time. For all unions, but especially for this masculine who I'm picking up on and reading here. So just a mental note for you, both of you, that sacral chakra is where the healing is at this time for you. But I feel like the masculine has some newfound level of truth, some newfound level of success, some new achievement that he's made with love, and he just doesn't want to lose that momentum. He's gained some sort of momentum in his love life and his union, and he doesn't want to lose this momentum. He wants to play it safe in terms of his union and in terms of love. He doesn't want either of them venturing out there and inviting in unwanted third-party energies anymore. So that's what he's looking to he's looking to other wise couples. He's looking to the universe. He's looking to God, his feminine, his collective, and whoever, for all of the components, all of the pieces of the puzzle, or whatever it's going to take to secure the union. See, that's what I'm getting here. Major, major, major security with these two. He's seeking security, or the security of knowing that this is his feminine, this is his union, this is what he's working for. There's nothing, there's no uncertainty. This is no more uncertainty. See, we could be getting these cards because there's uncertainty because of lack of communication and answers. We want that certainty to come, and the security that comes from the certainty of knowing that this is your other, knowing that it's not unrequited love. Always seeking that certainty. I feel like this masculine always seeks that, because he likes to worry, and so does the feminine in these two, even though he's a fire sign. When he's in his union, they're like this. They tend to worry. When they're not worried, they're more prosperous and strong, and they're like this. So I feel like in this union that I'm picking up on too, these two work hard, and they're used to the stability of working hard. But they're not used to they have that security, but they don't necessarily yet have the security that a satisfactory relationship and union brings. So it's like, okay, I know we can achieve abundance, and prosperity will be fine, wealth will be fine, health will be fine. Like, he's not worried about those things, but he's like, how secure can I make her happy? This queen she represents the queen that's happy because she's with her ideal king. Same for this other queen and king. These are ideal, they are each other's ideal partners. Out of all the other queens and kings in the deck, they too tend to pair up with each other. These two do. The earth and the water signs, they tend to pair up with each other, whereas the air signs and the other ones don't always do that. These are people that are true to their own nature and true to the qualities of their own nature. These are also two very faith-filled and moral-filled people. These people have morals. That's another key thing with these people here. And these people. These people have good morals when it comes to money. These people have good morals when it comes to love. So masculine is wanting this union, and it's showing that he wants that fiery passion, but he also wants the security of knowing that there's prosperity and that there's a passion and emotional love. He doesn't want surface lust at all. He wants true emotional bond. And he wouldn't marry for money. You might see these two people married for money. Maybe. Okay? You're not going to see these two people married for money. These two people marry for love. These two people tend to be more security focused. The security that money brings. The security that love brings. So, on the feminine side, she's showing with the feminine energy security that money and prosperity and health, good health and wealth can bring. And on the masculine side, he's looking more towards of emotional security, commitment, loyalty, sharing, compassion. But there's definitely attraction and passion with both these two people, and that's the main truth here, is that there is action between them. There is a major chemistry happening. And in addition to the chemistry, they are a power couple. 3 sets of couples here tell me this is a power couple with a lot of chemistry, a lot of potential. I mean, this is the potential to sit on the porch and be grandparents together in your rocking chairs. And if that's the kind of union you're going for, that's the kind of union you have here. Let's get some moonology, because we don't want to leave anything out. Your commitment is being tested. You got that in the last one, masculine. This could be a commitment to your feminine or your commitment to your dreams. Your commitment to truth, your own truth. Your commitment to who you are. Okay? A new romantic cycle. So this is more about romance. And it looks like a very beautiful new cycle is beginning. It's showing on the masculine side. He's really in this aura of love, emotion, commitment, stability, security. He wants to bring security to this union. And that is beautiful, especially if you happen to be with a water sign or a Cancer sign feminine, because that she'll find it hard to say no to that kind of commitment. I can tell you that much right now. A time to give rather than to take. So giving someone your word, making promises and committing to them, being helpful, making something for another. It might be a good time to write a poem or song to your significant other about how you're feeling, about the union, about how you're feeling about the union, about how you feel about the person or the love that you share, about how you're feeling in general. It's a good time to do that. Sending a song, writing a song. You could even just dedicate a song. Maybe you found a perfect poem. Maybe you made this person artwork. Maybe you went out and picked them out something beautiful that artistically reminded you of the other person. Any of these types of gestures toward your significant other would help bring that energy. You'll find a lot of luck. You'll find that the universe is on your side when it comes to taking action towards commitment, security, love, romance. Okay, any of those things, taking action. The universe is ready to bless you with that. You'll be serenaded if your action is towards romance and you meet up with your lover for any reason, either through text or phone. You're both going to get bombarded with synchronicities, songs, creative expression all around you. Could come from other people. If you get together and go enjoy something together, that's what it could be like. It's just like you meet beautiful people, you enjoy beautiful food, you have a beautiful time together. All of the love expression that happens during your time together is of the highest quality and the highest vibrations. If it's not, that's what you want to bring in, so make it that. Okay? Shoot for the highest vibrational expression you can possibly express at this time. I'm not seeing like public proposal, but sweet gestures and taking someone out in nature, taking someone for a walk through the park, hanging out in the woods, getting in the canoe together, paddle boating, hanging out on the beach together, walking together, enjoying any type of creative expression together will be good for you. If you are a twin flame couple who's decided to take your commitment seriously, but you still live at a distance, there are ways to spend time together nowadays. Consider some of those ways. Maybe you could have a virtual date. Maybe you could start scheduling time for virtual dates or some sort of creative expression to each other. Maybe there's certain songs, letters, words you want to express to your feminine or vice versa, and you haven't done it. Now's a good time to do it. A song that reminded you of them. A song you heard when you first met. You know, anything romantic is going to be good. It's going to bring security. Anything expressive. Anything loving and compassionate that expresses your actual feelings and passion towards someone. Finding ways to express yourself in this new cycle will be the thing that makes the biggest difference and brings that security. It's all going to be in how honest you are and how well you express yourselves to each other. So look to nature and creativity and art to help you express your truth at this time, the truth of your union, the truth of your feelings, or any truth that you might want to express. So I'm definitely picking up on, and I have been picking up on, water and fire sign unions. I did pick up on last week, like there was some air sign energy. I was picking up on air and earth. But no, this is water and fire or water and earth. Or it could be fire and fire. Those are the unions. I don't read by signs as much. You'll notice this with me. I read by elements. So my union is filled with fiery elements. Between me and my masculine and everything, there's just so much fiery energy, so much passion. And that we can express that in so many ways. We can use that towards our mission. And we just discover truth and speak truth and do all these things. We're truth seekers, right? And then, or we can direct that energy towards each other, and it can get very, very passionate, very expressive, very quickly, because it's fire energy, so it can be very quick and very intense, and it can also be very explosive. So you can just imagine the energies that can go on in a union that has a lot of fire sign and a lot of fire elements in it, and especially if it's an emotionally based union with all the fiery elements in it, there's always going to be a focus on drama, conflict, and romance, all right? That's just going to be there no matter what. But you're two people that are good in those elements, and you're twin flames. So you're both constantly trying to use those energies towards your manifestation life. And you're both better at doing that You're both better at mastering certain elements. I'm not, we're better at the earthly stuff and the emotional stuff in my union than we are the mental stuff. And some unions are better at the mental stuff, but they're not as good at the emotional stuff. It all depends on what's in your two charts. There's something you both do that you're both good at that's connected to the main elements. So once you're on the journey and you're listening to these readings and you've been getting the synchronicities and you've gotten enough communication from spirit and your other, and you've gotten enough experience under your belt, you've been in the ascension, then you start to understand what I'm saying. Some people do that. They understand it more because they listen to astrology, and some people understand it more because they're HSP like me, and they feel it. They sense it. They have a knowing of it. That's another thing with my union, is my union, we're more faith-based. So we're not all into the astrology of it. We feel our way through. So we're not in that mental energy, where other unions might be more in that mental energy and more in touch spiritually with astrology. And so they navigate their way through intellectually with that type of information, where we navigate our way through emotionally. So we rely a little bit more on nature when there's that much emotion involved. It just depends. So you kind of know your own union after a while. The more you're doing the work, the more you practice self-love and pay close attention to the synchronicities, noting them, jotting them down if you need to. And the more you know your significant other, the more you know yourself, really. And the more you're close with Source. The more you know when these readings are speaking to you, when they're about you. If I tune into someone's reading and she just keeps getting fire signs, and I've listened to 3 of her reading and she's always getting fire signs, she's always picking up twin flame energies, then I'm going to be like, okay, she's picking up my union, so let me pay attention and find out why. And then usually I can find out why. Spirit will give me other signs and other confirmation. So don't forget that there's other help. There's other confirmation. It comes from all levels, from physical to spiritual, all the way to like heavenly assistance, okay? For twin flames and for anyone on the ascension journey. If you like these messages and they resonated with you, please leave us a like. Please go ahead and subscribe. Leave some feedback if you don't mind. I love you guys. Come back and see more. Hear more from us. Bye.